Hello Year 12 VCAL Literacy Skills students. Today is Tuesday, September the 15th, and I wanted to take a few minutes to go through your learning tasks for week 10, our very last week of term 3. Shout out to you. We've almost made it. First things first though, before I introduce this task, thank you so much. This has been by far the biggest term of our year, and many of you have stepped up far beyond, I think, perhaps what many of you even thought you were capable of. So thank you and well done. Make sure you recognize that. Ensure that you're proud of yourself, because I'm proud of every one of you. Thank you and keep it up. Here we have our last of our burn film activities or outcomes. So you'll see burn, T sentencing, defense versus prosecution, and you'll see burn, T sentencing, presentation. Okay. Similar to what we've done before, you're basically going to be writing up your speech, and then you're going to present it, and we're going to tick off our two outcomes. Okay. So 4.2. Before I continue, this isn't due until week 2 of term 4. And there are several reasons for that. One being that many of us have a fair few things to catch up on. All right. But I didn't want to hold on to this because a few people are up to date and they're looking for their next outcome. So shout out to those 3 who are completely up to date. Well done. Have fun with this. For those of you who still need to catch up, please catch up first and foremost, then tackle these 2 outcomes. Okay. Please try to stick to the timeline. That should be week 2. All right, so outcome 4.2, writing for public debate. 1, read the sentencing activity information on the next page and consider if you will write from the perspective of the defense or the prosecution. Now, let's quickly recap. T has been charged with murder. All right, if you are part of the defense, you were defending T from that charge, meaning you don't believe you should have been charged with murder. You may argue that instead of murder, he could be charged with manslaughter, or you could argue that he should be exonerated from all charges. He has no role to play in the murder. He had nothing to do with it, and he should be able to walk free. If you're on the prosecution, that means that you are with the charge of murder, and you were trying to get him convicted of that. All right, and you're going to argue against T. Once you've considered that, refer to the template attached. All right, and it's the same as what we've used before in connecting the dots and earlier in the year. Once you've done that, plan your response. Your speech should be between 350 to 500 words, so plan accordingly. All right, those senior level students should definitely be getting no less than 450 to 500 words, a little bit more, okay? For those intermediate students, 350 to 400 would probably be what you're aiming for. Having said that, that's generally what happens anyway. 3, write your draft with minimal editing and save this copy. Thank you to those who actually do this. For those who don't, you're going to get a rude awakening in term 4 when we sit down and I can't tick off your outcomes. You must upload your draft, your unedited draft. Then you must copy that into a brand new document, save that, and that's your published version. This isn't a recommendation. All right, you must do this. All right. Again, we're going to sit down in term 4. I'll sit down with every one of you. And if you haven't stuck to the writing process, you're not getting a tick on your outcome. I can't do it. So please make sure you do this. Upload both your draft and your published version to Compass. Okay. Friday, October 16th. That's week 2 of term 4. Try to get it done beforehand, but I've extended that due date because of the circumstances I mentioned before. Now, once you've done this, you're going to present. Now, originally, I was going to choose for you whether you were going to be prosecution or defense, and we were going to pair up in class, and you were going to have a live debate. But given the circumstances around returning to school, not sure what's happening, we have to think of an alternative. So, with regard to presenting your speech, the first thing you can do is you can choose to do so via video. All right? That shouldn't say records. Please fix up my errors when you get this resource too. So students may record themselves presenting their speech. Several of you have done that for connecting the dots and a few other things. And one of the easiest ways, which I mentioned here, I won't read through, is creating, or if you have one, uploading your video to YouTube, keeping the video private if you choose to, and then just send me the direct link. So when you keep a video private on YouTube, the only people who can see it are those with the direct link to the video. So if you're considering making a video, please do that, or another alternative. Having said that, we are due back in class in week 2, and some of you may prefer to do your presentation in class. All right. That's that for the outcomes, and I won't speak too much more about them. They're relatively straightforward and the information's there for you. I will be seeing you at 9:10 on WebEx today, our very last WebEx for the term, so I look forward to that. Can't wait to see you guys in week 2, term 4. We will be back on WebEx week 1 of term 4, of course. Now, holiday homework. You don't really get a holiday, okay? Especially the term 3-4 holiday for year 12s. You've got 40 odd days to go. I've lost the countdown, I can't show you, but not long to go. Your holidays are a chance to sleep in. Your holidays are a chance to not have scheduled classes, but your holidays are most certainly a 16-day period where you can catch up on as many outcomes as you possibly can. Our first class in term 4 is on Tuesday. I would like you to imagine how amazing it would feel to rock up to our WebEx Tuesday, week 1, term 4, completely up to date. It's up to you, all right? 16 days of holidays effectively, plus we've got about 5 days of this week to go. So you're looking at 21 days. You're looking at 3 weeks, in fact, on the dot, for you to catch up on all of your outcomes. If you do 1 a day, you'll have at least a week and a half spare on the holidays. Get cracking with it. With that said, I'm going to bounce. I'm sure you're sick of hearing me. I'm sure you're sick of seeing me and this YouTube channel. Thanks so much for an amazing term. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you on WebEx today. Make sure you email me if you need anything this week throughout the holidays. Take care and be well.